Hi, this is Indigenous Bites and this is our Diwali edition, and I'm here in beautiful sunny Irie Village this morning where we're going to make a wonderful meal for you. I'm here with Margaret. Hi Margaret.
Hi.
Thank you so much for cooking with me today, and we are going to cook an Indigenous favorite, that's Chataigne and Paratha roti, of course. So before we get into the Chataigne, we're going to start on the Paratha roti, right Margaret?
Yes.
Great. So Margaret, let's start with your Paratha roti. So we've got some all-purpose flour. Now I'm going to make this in a mix master. A lot of people seem to be adverse to making roti, putting their hands into dough. But it's real easy. If you want to make roti, you can make it in your mix master. Modernize things a bit, right? And encourage people to come back into the kitchen to cook. Because the easier we make it for you, the more likely they're going to try it, right? And besides, those big roti shops, they do make their roti in huge mix masters. So hey, and they have great roti. So let's go. So we've got some all-purpose flour. So you want to put that in here?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is about, I would say about 4 cups of flour. Okay. And what are we adding to this now?
Pinch of salt.
Okay, want to put that in there? Great.
So let's stick up.
Right. And we've got some baking powder.
Some baking powder.
Okay. Right, so put this on here. So we want to add a little water as it goes, right? You want to put it?
Yes. I think so.
So we want to make this dough a little more soft.
Moist.
Right. So I think we could add a little more water there. Yeah. I think we're good. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's it.
So this doesn't need a lot of kneading, right?
No.
You just want to kind of bring it together the first time, because I find when I make my paratha roti, and I'm not a big expert, but the softer you make your dough, the softer your paratha comes out, right? The more. So we just want to leave this in here now?
Yes, you can leave it in there.
Okay.
Soup.
Right, great. Chataigne is also called bread nut in other parts of the Caribbean, and so we find it a lot around Diwali time. So I guess it's in season in the last quarter of the year usually. If you're lucky, you get it in the market. Or if you're lucky to know someone with a Chataigne tree, even better. They get it handed over the fence to you, right? Anyway, so we've got 2 Chataignes here actually, Margaret. This one is a bit firmer and this one is a lot softer. Now a lot of people know Chataigne as the nut itself, the brownish nut that is boiled and just eaten with salt, right? But what we're cooking for you here today is a younger Chataigne before it matures into the big seed inside. It's the same Chataigne actually, but what we're going to see here now is the seed, and then we're going to remove the pulp, and that is what we cook with the seed to make this delightful curry. So Margaret, show us how you clean a Chataigne. So people will, let's see this fruit. And
is either you take the knife or a small cutlass or something and you peel it down.
Right.
Or you cut it
and
then peel it off.
All right.
So what we are going to do is cutting it first.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, so that's what a lovely open Chataigne looks like, and it's nice and milky, so it's got to have that milk there. Right, and this is the seed that actually matures, and we boil that and get Chataigne seed.
This is matured already, you know, you see it full, you see it's brown.
Right. So how do you clean that now?
You cut this.
You know, Chataigne stains a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, putting oil on your hands usually helps a lot with keeping the stickiness away and all that, right?
It will stain.
Yeah.
Start by cutting out this inside piece. This is not to cook.
Right, so that's like the core.
Right. And then you peel it. You don't peel it too thin because part of the skin will stay back on it.
Right, so if you go to the market and you want to buy a Chataigne, how do we know how do you know how to choose a Chataigne?
You look for a firm Chataigne.
But some of the Chataignes aren't as big as yours.
No. Sometimes when the sun is hot, the châtaigne don't get too big.
And is there something that you could buy a châtaigne that's too green, that it wouldn't cook as nicely?
Yes, if it's a little young, it will not cook and get together like
So how
the
do
younger
we
ones.
know?
The seeds is be white. If you cut it,
But when we buy the châtaigne, we can't cut it in the market.
no. That the young châtaigne has a different color, a different shade of green.
Okay, it's
It is
lighter in
it's
color.
lighter, yeah.
Okay, so there you go, big tip. Yes, young châtaigne, lighter shade of
Now you
green.
cut this,
Right, that's how I know it. Yeah, and then we
And
just
then
take
you
off all that beautiful
peel out this
stuff.
seed.
Right, and then we use the seeds as well, right?
Yeah, you clean the seeds.
And you
put
clean
it
the
in
seeds
there
by peeling the seed.
by peeling it with a knife.
Right,
Because that shell on the seed is hard,
right,
so it will damage your
Great.
fingers.
right. Okay, so let's peel a seed now and see how that looks.
This nice big boy.
Yeah, my big knife, sorry. Right, so we just take off the seed like that.
Yeah. And
The shell, sorry.
under the brown shell, there's a thin layer.
Well, that looks like a nut skin.
Right. You
Yeah.
have to peel off that
Right,
also.
so we
eh?
peel
You
it
have
until we
to.
get to the white seed, and that's the sweetness in the châtaigne. That's what I
Yeah,
love.
Yes, the châtaigne
That's
seed.
what I love.
Cooking châtaigne without the seed is not like eating
No,
châtaigne.
this is what makes it so delicious. It's probably very nutritious too.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Luckily we have some peel already. Margaret has been generous in doing that for me today. And so we're going to clean up this, come back and check out our roti dough, put our butter into that, and then start upon our châtaigne. So I'm going to flour the board. Grab the Okay, so let's scoop this out now. So that's developed, some glutinous and developed in that now nicely. I can see that. Cool. So that's what we're doing with this now, Margaret. We're going to section it out. Right, okay. So we put a little oil on our hands, right? And you, okay, carry on now, and then you just bringing the dough together a little bit more. Right, yeah, oil really helps with handling wetter doughs on your hand. Oil or water, yeah. And you can use this as well to scrape it up. Right.
To clean it off, there you need some dry flour.
Okay. So let me just put a little more oil into the bowl, Margaret, because you'll need a little bit more. Right. So now we're going to section it, maybe into 4 pieces,
Yeah.
right? Okay, put a lot flour. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh gosh, I'm a left-hand crapper, you know, so I never do anything in the right amount of You see? One big, one small. Oh yes, thanks for that. Right, I know. Okay, so we're going to start now by. So you do your side, I do my side, right? So you, right. Oh, that's nice and pliable. Beautiful. You also see sometimes you could oil your fingers and stretch it out, right? How big we want to stretch this out?
No, you're stretching it too big because.
Oh, you're
it's
not going to
roll
stretch it up,
no.
right? So this is about good then. So this is
Yeah.
about an 8-inch circle, guys, if you wanted precise measurement. So you put in oil, and then we put in butter. So grab the butter here. Now we're just using butter, and you put it on a lot. No, good amount of butter. Yummy. Lots of butter is yummy. Okay, and a little bit of flour, right?
Then you
Yeah,
put
that's a secret. Not everybody does that or tells you that, but that causes the flakiness, right?
Yes, it causes it to be free.
Right, great. So, see, I'm using my right hand, so that would make it better. Right, good. So we want to
Then,
just
yeah.
cut it. My mom
Right,
used to tell me to bring it down like that,
and you start rolling.
Okay, so you're rolling it like into a cone, right?
Yeah, like you're making a cone.
Right.
But if you find it sticking, it's supposed to have more flour on the board.
Right. Okay, and you're sticking the cone into the bottom or the top?
Yeah, the bottom.
The bottom. Right. So there we go. Oh, you're sticking it into the top, yeah. Okay, great. So let me just go through the ingredients for the chataigne. I'm going to start with some coconut oil, of course, some our prepared chataigne, our aromatics, pimento pepper, lots of garlic and chopped onions, of course curry powder, a little bit of hot pepper, salt and coconut milk at the end, right? So first up, let me just put my pot onto the fire here. Get that heated up nicely. Put in some coconut oil in there. Right. So we're gonna add the garlic first, right? Because you like to add your garlic. Sometimes I just add it all, but
That's good.
just let me know when you want me to add the rest.
Fine. Smelling?
Yes, of course. So we want to, of course, cook this up until it's aromatic. That's the secret to making a good pot, really. You have to get those aromatics really fry up nicely, because what happens is the garlic and the onions, they get really sweet and really impart wonderful flavor. If you add it when it's not properly cooked, it doesn't add a nice flavor to your food. Your food becomes very bland and harsh. So what's a harsh flavor? So I'm going to mix the curry with the water, right? So at this point we're going to bunje the curry. Now there are two terms that we were just discussing this, and there are two terms with respect to local Indian cooking, and that's bunje and chonki. So Margaret, tell us the difference.
The bunjing is what I'm doing here. Frying up this thing.
And
with
frying the curry, right?
And after, when this is properly well fried up, then you throw in the chataigne.
And that
is called
chonki.
chonki.
So the bunje is when you add the curry to the oil, and the chonki is when you add your vegetables or whatever to that curry or to that oil. So when you're making dal, you chonki your dal, right? When you burn your chopped garlic, peppers, jeera, and you put that hot oil into your split peas, that's when it really becomes dal. I think that looks good. See all the smells great, huh?
Yeah. So when you smell it.
Yeah. So we're adding our chataigne. Now let me just turn this the other way here. So we want to make sure we stir that up, of course, right? Get everything nicely covered with that wonderful curry. You ready for that salt and pepper now,
Pepper and
Maggie?
salt, yes.
Okay, there you go. I like being the assistant. So you want to stir that up. So we want to put in the coconut oil now. Sorry,
Yeah,
the coconut
the
milk.
coconut milk, yeah.
So this takes about an hour to cook.
For the most.
Right. So here's what we're going to do today. Once this comes up to a boil, we're going to pressure cook this for about 15 minutes, and you're going to see how easy and quick your chataigne is going to come out delightfully tender. Let's check that chataigne, Mags. So let's grab this now. This is very hot. Smells quite amazing. Oh my gosh, yummy. So let's put this into our This is like a pressure cooker, which is also like an Instapot, so it's 2 in 1. So I just want to put this in here. Comes with a little pot inside of this. And this is really, you cook your chataigne in about 10 minutes. Just want to scrape the rest of that into here now. So you think we need to put any water in now?
Yes, you need to put water in it now because when you're putting that, you're not opening that until it's finished.
Okay, so how much we want?
Sure. How much is that? Show it out, see how much. Show it out, show it out.
You think we need that much?
Yeah, throw it all in there. Right, that's
Great.
it.
So let's put on this now. And this is good to go for about 10 minutes. Let's check our roti. We can start on the roti now. So let's start to cook our paratha now. Margaret, you'll roll. And while you're doing that, I'm going to prepare the butter and the oil that we used to cook the roti with. So I've got some butter in here, and I'm going to add some oil to that. And of course, we don't always have ghee around, so butter and oil are 2 ingredients that we always have around. So I'm putting a little bit of oil and butter on the tower, right, Margaret?
Yes.
Okay. The key to making a nice paratha is to, of course, try and roll it out thin, right?
Yeah.
And you don't want the ends to be at a different thickness to the. So that looks nice. Very nice and thin. This is nice and hot here. Oh, that looks lovely. So we're turning this over and then putting on the oil, right?
Yeah.
Yes. We have to do it first. Oh, it smells good. Now make sure you always get the ends on there well buttered up.
Put that in.
And once it starts to swell, right, Margaret, it's ready.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because if you overcook it, it'll tend to get a little bit stiff,
Stick.
right? I think that's good. What do you think?
Yeah.
I want to get the ends done a little bit more, so I'm going to press down on
Press
that.
the edges.
Right. Okay, so now this is how I break up my paratha. I simply put it onto. This is how I learned to do it from my mom, and then you just hit it like so. But some people, like you say, use two
Yeah, I use this too.
utensils and bring them together. Either way, it comes nice and soft and flaky. That's lovely. Okay, so let's keep that nice and warm and move on to number 2. Right, Margaret, do you want to cook that one?
Anything.
Yeah, go ahead. Wow, Margaret, this was so much fun and so delicious. Thank you so much for.
You're welcome.
I've enjoyed this morning so much, and Shab Diwali to everybody. How about we take a taste?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh wow. Very good.
It's good.